Hey guys, like, comment, subscribe. Just here doing another quick reaction video. Came out yesterday that Conor McGregor, before the fight with Dustin Poirier, he's talking big. He's got big hopes. Their first fight, he knocked Poirier out very quickly. He's saying, I'm going to do it even quicker this time. He said 60 seconds or less. I'm getting this done. What do you think? You think he could do it?
I think if there's anyone that can do it, it's probably McGregor. But that being said, I'm kind of we recently had a former UFC vet on our show recently and asked him about the McGregor Poirier fight, and I'm kind of on Mark Holz's side that McGregor has got a lot of limelight to him. He talks a lot of trash, to say the least. He lives a pretty lavish life, pretty luxurious life. He hasn't really had to train hard in quite a while. And I just don't know if he's taking this as seriously as he used to whenever he was a couple years ago and still coming up. I feel like he just thinks he made it now. I still think he's probably going to win the fight. I don't know if Poirier is going to be able to do the upset. With that being said, I do believe that Poirier is training a little bit harder for this than Conor McGregor. So I think McGregor is going to win in 60 seconds though. If he's going that hard within the first 60 seconds, I think he's going to make a mistake and get caught off guard, and then the whole fight's going to be thrown off from that point. So, hey, I hope he goes for it. And if it happens, it'll be exciting.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really think it's going to be a situation where he thinks it's going to happen because he's going to be just swinging for the fences or anything. If we look at the Cerrone fight, the difficult thing about Conor McGregor is he's a counter striker who's aggressive. Most counter strikers obviously don't come forward and come at you, versus McGregor came directly at Cerrone within the first minute. And Dustin's another guy who he tends to take his time to feel stuff out, usually takes the first round kind of just to get his range down and etc. And Conor's not giving him that time. That's why he's saying it's going to take him a minute or less, because he thinks he's going to be the one who's actually going to go in there, catch Poirier off guard. Poirier's been talking, saying how he wants it to be a long, bloody fight, and he wants them to both be in there and battered. And it's not going to happen. Like, the second Conor hits him, Dustin's going to remember about the first fight. And as much as better as Dustin's gotten, like Mark Holst also said, there's a life on the chin. And unfortunately for Dustin, he's been knocked out other times as well after that fight. So you can't improve your chin after you've already been knocked out by a guy. And as great again as Poirier's striking, et cetera, has gotten, that element hasn't changed. McGregor's much bigger now. There's different things to him, and he's super motivated. Dana White was speaking in his interviews about how apparently McGregor was texting him, asking him even about the lighting in the octagon. He wants a visualized kind of setup so he could walk around and imagine how he is. And if anyone knows Conor McGregor, that's very much kind of the way he is, where he talks a lot about visualization. His wife's spoken about how she'd find him woken up at 3 a.m. in the morning, just looking in front of the mirror, speaking to himself, speaking about fights. So he's a guy who, when he's doing this, he's on his game, and everyone seems to be supporting that. But that could also be hype. They could also just want people to believe that demotivated Conor McGregor is back. And in reality, we have the guy who seemed like he was drinking and doing whatever during the Khabib buildup. He was punching old men in the off time. He is sure he beat Cerrone, then he took another year off. You never know with Conor McGregor until he gets in there. I'm hoping for the best. Clearly, there's a lot of people who are thinking the opposite, but I definitely would like to know what you guys think in the comments as well.
For sure.
Definitely give us a subscribe, and we'll see you guys next time.